Hello and welcome to Creature Club, the show where we talk about monsters in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I am Mikey, your host, and with me is your other host, Tim.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had an episode out. Sorry about that. It's kind of getting a little bit hectic in the holiday season, so we have places to be, things to do, so we get it's a bit busy, you know.
Yeah, totally.
But we're gonna try and do something for you anyway today.
We want to get some stuff out for you so you can have some holiday cheer. So tell us what we're going to be doing for the people for this delightful holiday season.
Yeah, so for the holiday season, we're gonna do the most most wintry of them all.
Oh, absolutely.
The bad ape himself.
The jolly bad ape. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're continuing on with the demons in this one. We're just going to keep going. We're going to probably, just do the Barlgura in this one. If it turns out being a shorter one, sorry about that. But hopefully it'd still be good. Hopefully you guys will still like listening to it.
Yep.
Tim, what does it say about the Barlgura? Anyway, do you know anything about...
There's very little actual real-world history about any kind of Barlgura. The only history is basically in-game. I'm sure some people, when they originally saw orangutans in the forest, well, probably Westerners who weren't particularly familiar with them, thought that they were pretty horrific looking. And there's actually some really, really cool fan art on the Forgotten Realms wiki down in the kind of gallery area that has it standing beside a Glabretsu, and I presume some artist rendering of a Dretch, and it looks seriously badass. And I presume that this is their kind of inspiration for it, because it looks really, really cool. It has the gauntlets and everything.
Oh yeah.
But that there's no reportings of demon orangutans or giant red brown apes in the real world.
Yeah. Well, he's been around for a while in D&D anyway. He's kind of been since the introduction of demons. He was wasn't actually called a Barlgura. He was called the...
Was it Tanari or something?
Oh no, I think it's they had levels, demon level, whatever. But actually, I think he was called Barlgura. Anyway, he was in the Lost Caverns of Sojkanth. That's kind of a module we have mentioned a lot in this show. A bunch of demons showed up in that one, so he's in there too.
Mm-hmm. I actually learned a couple cool little facts about the Lost Caverns of Sojkanth in my small amount. So we know that it's part of the Greyhawk campaign setting, but it was actually originally a revised and expanded version of an original thing that Gary Gygax came up with for a tournament adventure in WonderCon 5 in 1976, which is actually a con that was quite recently. It was on December 2nd, so we just missed our opportunity to be like, oh hey, we're recording on the time of the kind of debut of this dude. So it also comes in 2 parts. Which was the thing I didn't know. It was basically just the first half was the actual adventure setting, and then the second half was just full of monsters. So there's equal parts monsters and story in the Lost Caverns of Sojkanth, which I think was pretty cool.
That's very cool, yeah. It's it's come up a lot, and we always hear Lost Caverns of Sojkanth, and there seems like there's loads of monsters in it. I had a look at it last time we were doing a bit of research on this, and I was trying to find it, but there's just too much monsters. It was all the monsters. It's something, but yeah, you can find it somewhere out there, read it out there. Sure, it's on DM's Guild that you can buy for pretty cheap. Good source of inspiration. Cool. So they've been around since day one. So if you want more history on demons, check out the first episode of Demons. But we're gonna keep going with this. Tim, what does it say in the book about this guy?
So in the book, the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual, it presents them thusly. The Barlgura represents the savagery and brutality of the Abyss. Barlguras gather in packs to take down tougher foes, keep gruesome trophies from their victories, and decorate their territory with such objects. A Barlgura looks like a hulking orangutan with a gruesome, drooping visage and tusks jutting from its jaw. Standing just under 8 feet tall, it has broad shoulders and weighs 650 pounds. It moves apishly along the ground, but it climbs with great speed and agility. So all Barlguras weigh exactly 650 pounds. Undisputedly.
Wow, that's kind of specific.
It is a little bit, but I think it's just like... If somebody plans to pick them up and throw them for any kind of excuse, any reason, I presume that's why they're just like, 650, sure.
Yeah, you know that came up somehow where like one guy's player was trying to, can I lift him up? Like, I don't know. Like, how much does he weigh? 650. They all weigh 650. Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll go with that.
I can lift this one. Can I lift this one? Yes, you can lift them all. They all weigh 650. Jesus.
I don't want to give individual weights for each bad ape.
Pick a random number generator between 640 and 660 pounds.
Yeah, that's always the worst thing as a DM where whenever they ask you, like, what's the height of it? Or how deep is it? You're like, I didn't think about this crap. I don't know.
Come on. And then there's stuff in the game that will, like, have an effect on that. So, like, if you jump down a deep hole, there's a specific amount of damage that you take for fall damage. So, you know, you have to know those kinds of things. But then when you're riding it, you're just like, there's a big hole. Nobody's going to jump down that. And then, of course, you know, your players will go, I'm going to jump down it.
Yeah. Quick DM tips. If you're going to make a dungeon or something, just have all the measurements out as well. It will come up somehow. And if you don't know, it can be a bit embarrassing. But I don't know, whatever. You know, it doesn't have to be. Whatever. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, these guys are pretty bad. These kind of the bruisers.
Yeah, they're presented as they're almost like the kind of barbarian horde kind of thing. Like, they have a territory and they decorate it with these like effigies to scare away other like creatures, right? They have their little they travel in packs, so I presume they have like a territory basically that they'll keep a hold of. So they're just like a pack animal. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Although they do apparently have the ability, or well, I suppose in the variant version they can summon stuff, but in the variant of the demon summoning for them, it has a 30% chance of summoning one other Barlgura. So this guy just likes more of himself. So there you go.
Yeah. Let's see, is he the toughest after Balor, I think?
No, I think the Goristro is the next big boy. Challenge rating 17.
I think the three of them, the Glabrazu, I think that's how you say it, Goristro and Barlgura, they're all kind of similar. Oh no, whatever. We'll go through them anyway as we do it. But yeah, he's up there anyway. Because remember, I was trying when I summoned. had a summon greater demon spell with an old character of mine, and I won't go into details of why he was using it, but. I was just trying to figure out like, which one will I summon? Whatever, Barlgura. So, and I did that, and he kind of rampaged around the place, and it was a bit of fun. But I don't know why I picked him. I thought he was the strongest one, but other than Balor, because I don't think you can really summon a Balor.
No, I don't
with that
think
spell.
you can.
Maybe you can. Actually, maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe at higher levels. This guy is, well, you know, like the power level is basically just kind of dictated by like the 9 hells. Whereas again, in your own setting, you can just have a look at this guy and be like, I like the look of this guy. I want my players to fight him, but I want him to be able to take on my level 14 party by himself. So, you know, just bump him up and maybe give him some magic attacks and some other cool stuff. Just like build them up to your own standard, and you know, whatever you want him to be able to do, make him be able to do.
Exactly. There's nothing really stopping you having like a giant demon ape fight that's like super powered. You know, it's but that's a cool way of doing it. We might talk about the way of doing that later. But right now, shall we just hop straight into the stat block?
Let's go for it.
Meat and potatoes. Is that what we call it? I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, meat and potatoes. I forgot which one meat and potatoes and which one's dessert and which one's.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things that we do.
What
All
order
right.
do you eat your meals in, Mikey?
I don't know. I'm an adult. I can eat dessert at first if I want.
This is true. This is true. Oh my god, we've landed in such chaos as adults that we don't even know what
Yeah.
order.
Exactly. Anyway, let's roll the music. Play that music. Woo.
That was some delightfully funky music presented by man on keyboard and bassist and drummer.
Man on keyboard. Man.
He's not a keyboardist, he's just a man on a keyboard.
That's true. Yeah, he's the man on keyboard. What a way to say. Barlgura, large fiend, demon, chaotic evil, of course. Armor class 15. That's his natural armor. Hit points 68. 8d10s plus 24, speed 30 feet, and a climb speed of 30 feet. So, makes sense. He's a big old ape. He can climb around the place.
Really?
He has a strength of 8.
I think we may have found a discrepancy between our editions of the Monster Manual, because mine says speed of 40 feet and climb of 40 feet.
What? That's weird. Well, mine actually says 30 feet.
Wow. How about that?
Look at that. Wow. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What's happening? Chaos.
Yeah, wow. I don't know what to believe, guys. I do not know what to believe.
There is no more reality. Demons have taken over.
Is your one newer than mine?
Maybe. First printing September 2014. This printing includes some corrections. Like the first page
Is that the
during the
corrections?
credits. Possibly.
Oh, first page. First printing September 2014.
Huh. Weird. So is mine. Anyway.
All right, guys, let's look this up. I know I'm curious because this is what we do. We're supposed to talk about the stat block.
This is true.
Let's see, the Barlgura.
What does the internet tell us?
Oh, 5e. I'm so confused, guys. I'm so confused now. This is actually we have to get this right
chaos.
for the show. All right, Barlgura speed 5e. That'll make sense. Let's
we
see.
need a verification.
Here's the first one. Yeah, it says here 40 on this one that I just clicked on.
I was really hoping that it would be like 40 foot run speed, climb speed 30 foot. Like you have like half of us correct, and then another one would be like 35 foot speed and 35 foot climb, just to kind of fuck with us. But yeah. They you know, with my version, it's like he'll be able to catch up to you. You won't be able to escape. And with your one, it's basically he will be able to keep up with like a standard running away party if they try to run away.
Well, the Garistro and all those guys have 40 feet as well. All the big demons have 40 feet.
Yep.
So it makes sense that he has 40 feet. He's kind of supposed to be a bit bigger, and the Balor has a walking speed of 40 feet.
Yep.
I think it makes sense that he has 40 feet. I have a funked up book right now, so
your monster manual is funked up as well.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I haven't told the guys. I have the holy grail of players' handbooks.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me know about your players' handbooks discrepancies or
let us know on Twitter.
Misprints. Let us know on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at Creature Club Pod. But anyway, yeah, my book, if you go to page 69, it should be in the classes section, but it actually says crasses with an R.
Which is just amazing.
Yeah, it's better because it's on page 69 of all pages, so you'll always remember it. Anyway, sorry, we're supposed to be doing meat and potatoes right now. We'll say speed 40, climb speed 40, and as I was saying, makes sense because he's a big bad ape. Do you want to use the ability scores, Tim?
Sure. Strength is 18, dexterity is 15, constitution is 16, intelligence is 7, wisdom is 14, and charisma is 9. So it has a little negative there just at the very end. Yeah. Which isn't fine. That seems pretty good to me. They're like a kind of a slightly higher than average maybe player, although their intelligence and charisma are actually 2 negatives. So maybe not.
Is that similar to like the standard array?
The standard array is 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8, as far as I know. Maybe they just kind of did a couple of adjustments on it so that it can be more Barlgura-esque, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like to base things on that.
Maybe got a racial bonus. Anyway, saving throws. Dex +5. Constitution +6. Okay. Skills, perception +5. Stealth +5. Interesting. We'll get back to that. Damage resistance is cold, fire, and lightning. Okay. Condition, no damage immunities, poison. Condition immunities, poisoned.
Ooh.
Senses, blind sight, 30 feet. Dark vision, 120 feet. Passive perception, 15.
Languages, abyssal, and telepathy, 120 feet. And challenge rating 5, which is 1800 XP.
Yeah, if you beat him, you get 1800 XP for you in your character. Whoever gets the last blow gets that XP. There you go.
If your cup overflows, you level up and your cup just gets bigger.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Right. Interesting. Okay, so he has innate spell casting, which a lot of these guys have, I think.
Yeah, practically all of them do. Only the very, very lowest, as far as I can tell.
A couple of them do anyway. I don't see the whatever. We'll get back to that. But so the Barlgura's spellcasting ability is Wisdom, spell save DC 13. The Barlgura can innately cast the following spells, requiring no material components. One per day he has Entangle and Phantasmal Force, and 2 per day he has Disguise Self and Invisibility on himself only. Interesting. What does Phantasmal Force do, actually? Can you... let me have a look.
I'm pretty sure it basically lets you project something into the eyes of another person. Like, you basically get to show them an image of something, and they will believe that it is real, as far as I can tell. Phantasmal Force.
Interesting. You fill the mind of a creature you can see with some illusionary creature, object, or phenomenon while the spell lasts. Unless the target succeeds an intelligence saving throw, it believes the illusion is entirely real. Even if the senses will verify this, and any illogical situations that arise will be rationalized in the illusion's favor. On your turn, the illusion deals 1d6 psychic damage, so it does a bit of damage, and if the target stands in or enters the area within 5 feet of the illusion, including the illusion's space. The damage appears to the target to be caused by some attack or effect that is natural to the illusion. It does not deal damage. If it is something that naturally attack, blah, blah, blah. A target can make an investigation check on the illusion. If it succeeds, the spell ends. All right. Interesting.
That's very cool. Actually, I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of... He has some,
deceptive abilities.
Yeah, because... And also, he has stealth as a skill. He's kind of a stealthy guy. It's kind of strange.
Yeah. It is a bit. Like, for his description, that doesn't make a huge amount of sense unless he's, super, super territorial. Like, not the kind of roaming territory.
Maybe he's supposed to, with him and his guys, he's supposed to hide in the bushes and jump out and attack and run back in again, like a gorilla.
Oh no!
Good night, everybody.
Perfect. Oh, lovely. Thank you so much for that gift. I can't believe I didn't think of that. That is so good, Mikey. Oh boy, joke of the season, right at the very end of the year. Incredible.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Anyways, we'll talk a little bit more about that later when we get into the dessert.
Its next ability is Reckless. At the start of its turn, the Barlgura can gain advantage on all melee weapon attack rolls it makes during that turn, but attack rolls against it have advantage until the start of its next turn. Wow. So that's the kind of barbarian thing where it just starts throwing haymakers left and right, basically.
Yep. Reckless attack, I'll never learn. It is very funny when you see a barbarian just doing nothing but reckless attacks. Just like he's just swinging his sword around. Like, if you get hit, it's your own fault. Running leap. The Barlgura's long jump is up to 40 feet, and its high jump is up to 20 feet when it has a running start.
Okay.
Is it different on your one?
Nope.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. It should be bigger if it's a long jump.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, whatever. That goes with... He's actually also called the Leaping Demon. Don't ask me why. I don't know the origin of that.
Yeah,
I just saw it written down there.
I've noticed a few discrepancies now that we're kind of getting into it between its original description in some of the other stuff and the current one. because some of the original stuff that I had seen had said that he actually teleports is a thing that he does as like a tactic of his. So if they kind of replace the teleport with a running leap, that kind of makes sense, I guess, right? Because teleport is pretty powerful to be able to do at will, practically.
Yeah. Well, this guy doesn't have teleport, the one on 5th edition. So
no, he doesn't.
I guess we'll go with that one. But maybe he did have teleport before. Maybe that was a thing, and they kind of thought it might have been a bit too powerful. I don't know. I'll quickly bring up the 4E one, but I don't know where it is in the 4E book. So maybe continue on there, Tim, while I try and find them.
Sure. So its actions are a multi-attack, where the Barlgura makes 3 attacks, 1 with its bite and 2 with its fists. Its bite attack is a melee weapon attack of +7 to hit, reach 5 foot, 1 target. The hit does 11 damage, 2d6 plus 4, piercing damage. The fist is also a melee weapon attack of +7 to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target. A hit does 9 damage, 1d10 plus 4, bludgeoning damage. So that's its actions that it can take, apart from obviously its spellcasting, which will be dictated by the spells either being a bonus action or an action or what have you. You know, some of them usually take a little while longer. Any luck on the old 4E?
All right, so 4E, he has a slam attack. He has a double attack, so he makes 2 slam attacks, so multi-attack. And the Savage Howl. The Barlgura and all allies within 5 squares. That's 5 squares. Just think squares on, not 5 feet, but think 5 squares on the mat of the Barlgura's gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls until the end of the Barlgura's next turn. Okay. Cool. Makes sense. But no, nothing about teleportation on this one. Sorry, man.
Okay. The distinction for the 3rd edition Barlgura is that he can teleport. And it says that a favorite tactic was to teleport an enemy into a sealed area where it could not escape. They were able to use their teleport ability to teleport both themselves and enemies. So that's kind of cool. So maybe that's a little thing that we can get into when we start talking about desserts.
Yeah, which is right now. Is it? I'm asking.
Yes.
All right. Play the music. Play the dessert music.
Which is the same, funnily enough, as the dinner music.
Exactly. Hello, and welcome to dessert.
Welcome to the desert.
Shall we do the classic Creature Club thing where we put this bad ape into the Matrix room, into the white room where there's nothing in it. It's just you and your friends playing some D&D and fighting against a Barlgura.
Give me a gun,
in this
Morpheus.
big white room. Yeah, give me a gun, Morpheus. That's the classic line.
My best friend Morpheus, I need a gun. That's what he says.
And then he's like, Neo! My luck is running out.
So
machines. Right. So, how do we think the fight will go out with this guy?
I think he has with the triple multi attack, he can deal like quite a bit of damage, and there's no like restriction to being only able to make the attacks on a single character, like I think there is with the Balor. 2 attacks. Oh no, sorry, that was with our dinosaur friend. That has to be specifically 2 different ones. So it can dole out quite a bit of damage, especially at level 5, where your characters are only going to have around about like between 30 and 60 health. With the amount of damage that it deals out, it can either focus and really hit you hard, or it can, spread out its damage. I think it's a pretty hardy boy. It can like distract you with its phantasmal force. It can turn invisible, and it can entangle. So it can. This guy is actually This guy is probably actually an extremely hard fight, because he has a lot of tactics to him, I think.
Yeah, he has. I think he actually might make a very cool boss fight for low levels. For for low level guys, like a first boss fight. Because I'm picturing okay, we'll get out of the Matrix room for a second, because we went through that. But we'll hop out of there. We'll turn on Jungle, actually, because I'm thinking of Predator right now.
Ooh.
I'm thinking of you and your mates going in there, You and your party. It's not your mates. It's your party. It's the adventuring party. It's you and the boys. You go in there. I'm picturing like Predator, where this thing is jumping across the trees and he's invisible, and you're just trying to find him, and he's he's trying to pick you off one by one. He can disguise himself. Let's see. Disguise self is. Can he be like objects with that? Can he like disguise himself as a?
I don't think so. I think he can only be specifically another type of humanoid, basically.
Yeah.
Of the same size, or maybe one size smaller, which would make him medium. So he will be able to blend in. But presuming your party knows who everyone in your party is, it's not going to be a great tactic.
Yeah. Until the spell ends, you use an action to dismiss it. You can disguise yourself magically in many ways. You can appear to be shorter or taller by about a foot and change the appearance of your body weight. You cannot change the basic structure of your body. The illusion can include your clothes, armor, weapons, and other belongings. It's investigation check, blah blah blah, to see through it. Yeah. So basically, I think it's kind of like a do what you want kind of thing. But as long as it's within reason. I'm thinking maybe he can almost use it like as an invisibility. Maybe he makes part of his arms and stuff like, or he makes himself like look like part of a tree.
Yeah, like he's pretty strapped
like
with muscles, so if he just blended in with a bit of a tree, that would probably work very well in his favor, especially in a jungle context. Or he could just lay down on the ground and look like a mound of dirt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cover yourself in dirt. Mm-hmm. And if you go and you're trying to look around for him, and then if he gets you, he just grabs you and just punches you.
Yeah, and he's trained in stealth as well, so like this guy I think is a pretty formidable opponent, especially if he does have like places to hide, because he can use his entangle to lock your guys down, and then he can use phantasmal force to distract a wizard or something, and then he can use his running leap to get right up to the bad guy and use his reckless attacks to like pummel your tanks. Like this guy is formidable.
I think it might be. I'd say it'd be a fun boss fight for many reasons, where it's like almost like a puzzle encounter. If you want to go with the route where he's invisible around in anywhere, it can be like almost like a town kind of area. It can be, I like jungle because I like Predator. It can be anywhere. But if you want to go with that he's invisible and trying to hide, then that's almost a puzzle in itself, where you try to find him, and then when he actually is like, you know what, forget about it, I'm just going to try and punch these guys. That's like, that's a fun fight in itself, where he's kind of like just a big bruiser. But if you're low level, you're kind of just looking for a fight like that, where you want to, show how many attacks with your greatsword you can do. So, it's fun. It's cool.
Totally.
But I feel like you really should go with the stealth way, because it kind of makes with his stealth being +5, he has proficiency in that, and he has a bunch of like stealth abilities, and also kind of like roguish illusion abilities as well. He kind of wants to trick you. It's kind of strange that he wants to trick you with it, even though he has like an intelligence of 7.
Like he has these bruiser abilities, but he also has these like subtle abilities. It's a really fascinating kind of juxtaposition in one monster, and I think it's really, really cool.
Yeah,
because like
it is.
I think it's pretty rare for something as complex as, but also like as simple as this to be a cool encounter, because otherwise you're just kind of like flinging things onto it. But because of what he is and the kind of descriptions that we have of him, I think it makes a lot of sense that he would be able to do all of these things. Like he's this muscle-bound orangutan. He can use his running leap to like jump from tree to tree, like you had suggested, and he can use his like it all works very synchronously with itself, I think. And if you are fighting a pack of these things, like it suggests, you're going to be in some serious trouble, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And that will be a fun encounter for later level guys, where you're just if these guys just jump on you, this is like a random encounter. You guys don't see him when we're keeping watch. I don't know what a demon will be doing outside, but whatever, we'll kind of go past the demon part for just for a second, and say that these guys jump on you for a random encounter. You don't see him, and then you're trying to like get your pants on, and then they're attacking your he's pummeling your wizard, and then like, quick, get my sword, and then they jump back in.
And if you give him the teleport ability that was from 3rd edition, then that is serious trouble, especially if he can do it kind of at a whim. Like he could teleport up to your wizard, grab him, teleport away, and although you'd probably give them a kind of ability to resist, most likely. but I'd say give them like a DC maybe 11 to resist it. So like versus his intelligence plus proficiency of the Barlgura, which would still even be like a relatively 50-50 chance. Although if it's the wizard, he'd have high intelligence. So, I mean, it's still absolutely possible for your wizard to fail that and to be in an absolute dire straits. And I'd say maybe restrict the teleport if you do give that to them to maybe like 30, maybe 40 feet, so that they're maybe a little at a distance. So yeah, I like this guy a lot, especially with the kind of variations that we can give to him.
What does the Barlgura want? Is he? I know they're all just kind of want to eat people and kill people, and they want to go. They won't be crazy, but they always kind of seem to want something different. Is he just trying to kill people?
I think. He represents savagery and brutality in the abyss. So he's just this big, mean, brutish dude who just wants to beat people up, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Barlguras gather in packs to take down tougher foes, keep gruesome trophies from their victories, and decorate their territory with such objects. Fucking Predator!
Exactly.
Taking trophies. That makes sense. That makes sense. This guy might want to go after your heroes, or bring a pack of his mates to go after your heroes, because they're like, these guys, I want to kill these guys, and I want to take their heads as trophies. So let's go get them. It's you don't have to think about it too much. They can just go after your party, and then that's a fun encounter.
Like, I'd imagine, like, because it specifically says that they do have like a territory, maybe your party just strolls through it unknowingly. Like, they see the effigies and they're aware and stuff that they might encounter something, but they come out the other side. And then eventually they're set upon by these Barlguras, because the Barlguras will be like, something came through our territory, let's go get them. Which is like a kind of pursuit you could even have. Like, you could encounter a scout, and then like, you might even reveal that, well, maybe he wouldn't, because they only speak Abyssal and, although, telepathy. So you'll be able to convey to you that more are coming. The militia's on the way. And then you're like, no, please, how dare you? And then you kick him in the face, and you say, right, guys, let's get out of here. I don't want more bad apes on us. And then no more bad apes.
Your party gets TPK'd by a bunch of bad apes, and then you as a GM are like, ugh, did I make that encounter too hard?
Oh boy, shit. I think I might have.
I might have now. Oh crap.
Ooh. Another variation that I found online was that they could wear armor as well. Because while armor class 15 being their natural armor is pretty significant, I think that you could even bulk them up, or maybe have a little bit of a hierarchy that you can recognize among this pack. Like, they represent brutality and savagery, but they're also these demons, so they understand power, and everyone in the demon realm has this this want to improve themselves, to become more powerful, because of the whole like changing into different, more powerful versions of demons. So you'll have one that is in control, maybe, that he wears this, like, I can imagine wearing like a Viking helmet and like gauntlets, and maybe he has like the like iron knuckles thing. Super cool.
And I'm thinking maybe like, magic gauntlets. Maybe he gets like another spell in there. Maybe you can have like a boss version of him. If you are going to go with loads of them, just a boss. Give him like maybe magic gauntlets. Give him like one extra ability.
A thunderous smite would be a cool one to throw at your party, because if your paladin or your barbarian runs at him and he uses thunderous smite effectively, that sends you 10 feet away from him and knocks you prone and deals like extra damage. But give him only one, so that like his gauntlet kind of powers down after that. But that's cool
Thunder Smite. That's Thunder Wave, I think. Thunder Smite is the paladin one. That's a different one.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, but like, just imbue his gauntlet with a thunderous smite.
Yeah,
super cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I can picture him like jumping off and punching the ground. And then a thunder wave comes out, and you're like, no! How dare!
I mean, the variations that you can come up with these guys is basically as diverse as you can make a big beastie. Like, you can give them armor, you can make them a bit more intelligent, you can make them have bigger teeth, you can make him smaller but like thriftier, or maybe he focused a little more on his abilities, because recognizing that they have magic abilities is something that they might be able to lean into, you know? Like, I think that would be a cool direction to go with one of these guys. Like, maybe they aren't the strongest, but they've recognized that they have this magical ability intuitively, so that they could learn more about that and become more powerful that way. Might be a cool encounter to come across.
Maybe, yeah. He's got 7 intelligence though, so I don't know how much he can kind of. It kind of goes that he has. It's an innate spell casting, so he kind of has this, natural ability to do it, and he just knows how to do it, and it's just part of his nature.
Good old chaos of the demon realm or whatever, the abyss. That just you're a big brute guy. Sure, you can cast Entangle, Phantasmal Force, Disguise Self, and Invisibility only.
Thanks, Abyss.
Thanks, Abyss.
Thanks,
Every day I thank the Abyss for everything that I have been given in life.
Oh, man. Anything else in this guy? Anything else?
I don't know. There's basically like infinite variations, essentially.
Yeah. Do we want to Monster Hunter this monster? Can we do anything with that?
Yeah, I'd say that would be cool. Like the old, it does have enough abilities, and it has some cool stuff that it like seems to be wearing in every single art. Like, it has its big tusks.
Maybe you can make out of his hide like a armor set that you can cast invisibility with 2 times a day.
Nice.
Or Disguise Self. You can pretty much get his spell casting, but we'll probably just the invisibility Disguise Self. Because that really makes sense.
For his hide. Maybe if you use like his eyes or something and attach it into like a pendant and like a glass pendant, you could use Phantasmal Force like once per day maybe. I can't think of a way to really use Entangle. Like a cool item that you're like, oh, this is definitely for Entangle. Unless his like wristbands. Oh, maybe that's what he uses. Oh, that would be a cool visual. Like when he casts Entangle, he like punches the air, but his like wrist thing comes off and entangles you and stops you from moving a little bit. Isn't that what it does?
That's kind of cool. Yeah. I think so. I think it just that also goes with like make him fight in the jungle, because make him be like Predator and then have him in the jungle. So that means Entangle kind of makes it more sense now, because there's vines around you. So just use one of them. Just for flavor. I'm thinking maybe with the same armor set I was talking about, and also with or with a pair of boots, maybe make like a boots of running leap out of it, so you can do like a long jump with it.
Yeah, and since if we are encountering just the one guy at a kind of low level, maybe give them one of the resistances. Like depending how well they create this item or how much they spend on an armorer to build this item, they can like either choose what resistance that you're going to give to your characters, or have them choose and then talk to the armorer about what he wants to put into it, like cold, fire, lightning, or maybe not the poison immunity. That would be a bit, although poison doesn't often come up. So
but the thing is, all demons have resistance to cold, fire, and lightning. And immune to poison. So you can kind of do that with any demon that we kind of go through now.
Maybe the old telepathy, or like his tongue lets you speak abyssal.
Yeah,
the kind of classic things. The old use his abilities with some cool parts. He does have. I like his big like Hulk hands though. I feel like there's something you should be able to do with those.
Climb speed, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be really good. It gives you the climb ability, but also maybe it gives your. Maybe prerequisiting it with having a strength of 18, but maybe if you use his hands as Hulk hands, you get his 1d10 damage on melee weapon attacks.
But that's just it's also kind of ridiculous just seeing just seeing these Hulk hands on your fighter. Like
your halfling wearing these Barlgura hands.
That's cool though. That's a good way of doing it. Quick GM tip on how to Monster Hunter your monster. You just kind of look at the stat block and look at his abilities and say, what can we make out of him to get that ability? And that's how we do it every time.
I think that's just about it for the old monster huntering. And you got any other ideas?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I think we might call it there, make it a shorter one.
Sure.
A slightly shorter one anyway.
Of course.
Because we got a bunch of demons to go. Sorry about this for being a shorter one, guys, but we just don't know much about the bad ape that we can talk about.
I mean, there's not much to apologize for.
Dan's great at talking, so he's kind of the guy that talks a lot more than us.
This is true. This is very true. He's a talky boy.
He's very good at it.
Yeah, and it is part of this demon series where we've basically front-loaded everything with the Balor, and we're probably just going to be doing these slightly shorter episodes. We might double up if some of them become particularly short, but this seems like a happy little length. Like it's every episode we've ever done is still longer than our first Aarakocra episode way back when.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Way back when. Cool. So last little bits on the Barlgura. Any final comments on the guy that you want to make?
It might be a cool, if you wanted to play like a demon campaign, it would be a cool character, like a PC person to play. Like, they do have a lot of innate spellcasting and stuff, but I'd say take some of their like stats and stuff and roll with them and see how you can do, and just basically run a barbarian as a Barlgura. I think
for
it
a
might
PC?
be cool. Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Like a demon characters, if you wanted to run a demon campaign. Starting everybody at level 1 or level 5 would probably make sense if you're playing a Barlgura, and then just whatever else everyone else is playing, just kind of play along. I think it would be a cool PC to play. But yeah, that's probably the only kind of last kind of ethereal thought that I had there. Not all together.
Okay, excellent. I think he's cool. Use him as a boss fight. Make him beat up your wizard. It'll be funny. That's all I gotta say in the guy. Use him
funny
and use him
to
well.
beat up a wizard.
That's very true. It's hilarious. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys, to this episode of Creature Club. We are in the middle of our Demons series, and we will continue with our Demons series. Mm-hmm. We don't know what we're going to do next time, either Demons or another thing, but we'll figure it out. We're kind of doing this improv. It's all jazz, man.
Yeah, a mostly weekly podcast, as we do.
Mostly. Sorry, guys. This ain't our job, so we have other things to do as well. But we try to get it out as much as we can because we love doing it for you guys. So we will keep doing it until
die.
I don't know, but we don't plan to stop anyway. Until we die. Wow, geez, Tim. But yeah, if you guys liked what you listened, please consider subscribing to us on whatever podcast app you use. Once again, I will mention we are now on Spotify. So if you guys don't know that and you rather use Spotify for your app, for your podcasts, then go ahead, subscribe to us. Or just look up Creature Club Podcast on Spotify and you will find us there. So subscribe to us. You can go to our website, creatureclubpodcast.com, to leave a comment, to listen to our episodes there. You can contact us through there by sending us homebrews or questions, queries, whatever you want, man. It's all up to you. We don't mind. We just like to hear from you. We always want to hear from you.
Speaking of hearing from them, can I just throw in the little review in here that they did?
No. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sure. So, as well as all that other stuff, it is possible to leave reviews, which we will get eventually. So
on iTunes.
Yeah, we've been getting through some of the old reviews that people have left us, and here is the latest one. It is from QWERTY117117, good old Johnny 117, and it was left on the 24th of September 2018, so we're getting closer. The title is Interesting Useful Analysis, and it left a 5-star review. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. 117.
Mr. 117. Hello, Spartan.
I'd say, yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm assuming gender is there. Very sorry about that.
I use Mr. Gender fluidly.
Yeah.
The review is, new and experienced DMs will enjoy this weekly podcast. Chemistry between hosts is excellent, as is their knowledge of the monsters. Lots of laughs and wisdom to be gained from listening. Oh, that's very, very sweet.
Thank you very much. We actually hate each other in real life, but
this is all, we all write it all beforehand, so that
we write the banter.
Every giggle. We are such incredible screenwriters and also actors that it seems completely real. But thank you very much for that review. That is extremely,
thank you so much.
Nice.
It is very nice. It's very kind. If you guys, and it actually does help us a lot if you're listening to us on iTunes, if you leave us a review on iTunes, it will be read out by Tim every week. If it's funny, if it's cool, if it's good, we will read it out. That's good. But it actually helps out a lot.
Or if you have like a harsh criticism of us, let us know and I'll read that out, and then we'll be like,
go for it, man.
Okay, I'll cry. Probably.
Usually we prefer when the criticism is a bit more constructive. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's a good rule for life.
Very much, yeah. Just in
be
general, don't be a
other.
dick. Good rule for D&D as well. Very good rule. So leave us a review. That helps us out in the kind of the iTunes analytics and stuff. And join us next time for an episode of something.
Also Twitter. We mentioned it earlier, but Creature Club Pod.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
At Creature Club Pod. Please follow us. We don't have a lot of followers. Talk to us, please.
Please, we're so lonely.
Yeah, we are very lonely on Twitter. We want some friends, guys. Come on. You know what? And it's a very easy way to actually talk to you guys as well. So you can just like message us, and we'll get back to you, and it's cool. A bit of dialogue. If you have any questions about episodes or you want to let us know, that's a very good way and direct way of doing it. So yes, at Creature Club Pod on Twitter. That's at Creature Club Pod POD. But yeah, that's everything. Tim, and what do you want? Do you want to say anything about that?
I would like to say that I have been refraining from mentioning frying and cooking carrion crawlers again for a couple episodes now, and I feel like that should be lauded. So I would appreciate that.
Yes, it should be lauded very much. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut joke. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. See you next time. I've been Mikey.
I've been Tim.
Stay cool.